Okay,
You think, all right, serious question. You think the last gooner, the gooner side, you think he got one more in before, you know what I'm saying? He pulled the plug? I feel like if you gonna go out, might as well empty the tank, you know what I'm saying? Is that fucked up? Gen Z has a public gooning problem. Ooh. Video by Love Hilal. Okay, let's go ahead and check this out, man. What's Gen Z up to these days?
The new generation has seemed to have fallen in love with the concept of gooning in public. And I know what you might be thinking. What the hell are you talking about and why are you saying that? What if I told you in the biggest city in America, the Big Apple, New York City, we all know it, we all love it, right? I mean, other than the rats and expensive rent, right? Shout out to the New Yorkers watching the video. But what if I told you public gooning statistics in New York City have increased by almost 400% in the last year?
Damn.
Reports of mass in public increased 51% to 3.
Who's the one keeping track of these numbers, by the way? Imagine if that's your job. What's your job? I count. What? Public masturbation incidents. Yeah. I work for the government.
178 by June 30th, up from 251 during the same period in 2023, according to New York Police Department data. Meanwhile, police issued 159 criminal citations across New York City to increase for exposing their and sometimes for urinating. That's a staggering 396% increase from the 32 issued in 2023. We're exhausted. We're asking for help. We're asking lawmakers for help, and we're basically being ignored. A 400% increase is definitely room to be concerned and definitely something worth talking about, which is why we're going to talk about that today. And I know you might be saying, oh, it's not Gen Z, it's probably the older people, I don't know, whatever. But bro, sometimes I'll see crazy things online making me think this is more of a Gen Z thing, especially because some people don't even know what public indecency even really is. Not even 2 hours ago, is it illegal to have in a park if your parts aren't visible? Me and my boyfriend decided to do the deed in a public park, even though other people were around, because we were in the heat of the moment and had a huge picnic blanket. You were in the heat of the moment at a public park with children around.
Nasty, bro. Jeez. Control yourself, you animals.
Why were you even in any heat of any moments, first of all? Number two, what makes you think that it's fine even though you're wearing a blanket, bro? That's not how that works in the slightest. Our parts weren't visible, so it wasn't considered public indecency. Within minutes, the police arrived and told us to leave. Somebody called the police on us. It's not like you're
now look, if you want to do it out in the wild, in nature, I ain't knocking that. But, nigga, if it's a fucking kid over there playing with a frisbee, you're wild, bro. You got problems.
Harry Potter invisibility cloak and putting that on, nobody can see you. We see you moving around under that sheet, bro. Like, bro, if I go to a beach and go like this, right? And people freaking see those motions of me underneath of a blanket, you think they don't know what's going on? I'm clearly choking a chicken, I'm cranking the handle, whatever you want to call it, bro. The same way we can clearly see the silhouette of two people's bodies freaking clapping each other. That
ain't good sex either. When you're trying to be low key in the park under a blanket, you either got to be moving so little that people can't be sure. Now, granted, everyone's going, all the adults are like, are they fucking? Why is that guy on top of her? So he can't be on top of her. He got to be on the side, right? You got to be hitting it from the side. That way it don't look so crazy, like she looking like little spoon, big spoon. But the movements got to be so subtle as to not give away what you're doing. The sex is ass, bro. It's not good sex. You know, you'll still nut, but eventually. But it's not. That's wild, bro. That's wild. Just go home. Or do it in your car or something like that, you fucking freak.
See you, dude. We know what's happening. It's weird.
This couple in New York are going viral for being caught on camera doing it in public. According to the person who took the video, the couple were under this blanket for a couple of hours, and this whole situation happened in a public park where children were around. Basically, the couple were in the middle of the park, and everyone understood what was happening because it was very obvious. But this situation got so bad online that someone has actually released a video of what the couple looked like. Now, they're most likely contacted by police
fucking nasty.
Because of how viral they've gone.
Is this like an education thing? Is this something we need to teach in schools? Like, hey guys, you know, by the way, you shouldn't be doing this in public. It's not okay. It can get you in severe trouble and a lot of punishments. Because this is just weird.
I've seen people getting down on the train. in the park, on the street. She was like, homeless people will do it anywhere. She's like, regular people will do it anywhere.
Another thing I've noticed is that with an increase in public gooning statistics, I've also noticed the reputation of this changing for the worse, or I guess for the better in some stances. And what I mean by this is Gen Z kind of seems to not really care, or seems to actually glorify this type of behavior. Another crazy statement, I know, Gen Z has a thing for public gooning, okay? We love it. We love it. I don't know why. I'm saying we, do not include me in that. So by now, I probably talked about this man by the name of Nautica Malone about
the goon aside
100 different times on this
the last goon
channel. But trust me, everything starts, begins, and ends with Nautica Malone, okay?
You think, all right, serious question. You think the last gooner, the goon aside, you think he got one more in before, you know what I'm saying? He pulled the plug? You think he was like, he squeezed one more in between the incident where he went viral and when he was like, I'm done? Or do you think that shame imprinted so heavily on him, he was like, never again?
The founding father of this behavior. He's the first person to, publicize it. And
I feel like if you gonna go out, might as well empty the tank, you know what I'm saying? Is that fucked up? Bro, I had this podcast in the past with a couple of my boys, Ashel Dior and The Thrill, aka Will. And I remember I talked about like what I would do before I pulled the plug, like how I would set that up. I shouldn't get into it now. I regret bringing it up.
To this extent, dude was caught pants down in a drive-thru of a bikini barista. He ended up taking his own life. People called it a goonicide.
I think that was before I was married. Yeah, I can't talk like that right now.
He left behind a wife and a kid, and I cannot find a better picture right now.
All right, this is what it said. Right, this is what I was going. What's the right music? Do I even have the right music for this kind of situation? Lo-fi? Nah, that ain't it either. Essentially, I was like, all right, look. Yeah, this is it right here. Right? So if you're a dude, right? This isn't me. This is just a guy. I'm like, this is how you go out, right? You're a dude, bro. I'm ordering like the best. First and foremost, I'm applying for a credit card, right? I'm applying for a credit card because I want money to blow that ain't mine, that they can't come back to me for this after I'm done with it, if you know what I'm saying, right? Get a credit card. You gotta, actually, I'm gonna upgrade it. You get a credit card, you go, you book a room at some like luxurious, fancy, amazing hotel. Get room service, order the most like delectable, delicious, luxurious meal you can imagine. Then you need drugs. Heroin, cocaine, something you've never done before that you're like, why do niggas ruin their lives to do this shit? This shit must be really fucking good. You do that, and then in the past I would have said you just rub one out, but bro, I mean, you're going out with a bang. Might as well go out with a bang. You know what I'm saying? You get a prostitute, bro. And then you once you're all done, you just, But I ain't gonna lie, after an evening like that, you might reconsider. You might you might have such a good time that you're like, you know what? Maybe there's still hope. Maybe I should keep this shit going a little bit. That was actually pretty nice. I know I can't do this every day. And shit, now I got this credit card debt, but I might want to do this again a few more times before I kick the bucket.
Because I'm being lazy. This situation overall went incredibly viral, as I mentioned before, and people react to it really, really weird, especially Gen Z, because for some reason, all of us really liked it. He was treated pretty much like a hero, like as if he did nothing wrong, when he literally harassed a woman in a bikini barista with his pants off, okay? He was slanging his meat, ready to get his freak on, while the girl was just trying to serve him a coffee.
Let's get a moment of silence. Moment of silence, everybody.
We got a moment of silence for the guy, okay? He died knowing he had a whole community behind him, which is 10,800 likes. So they all stand for this behavior. They all stand for going into bikini baristas, pants down, naked. And then they proceed to say his name as if he was gunned down tragically in some type of shooting during the early 2020 BLM protests or something, bro.
Say his name! Nautica! Say his name! Nautica!
Brief intermission. If you're enjoying the video so far, please make sure.
Say his name is crazy, bro. The last gooner. You know, I don't think it's that people supported his act of public gooning. It's just that a lot of these guys, they're like, listen, you know, fucking, I wouldn't do that shit because that shit's weird. But fucking, I respect the goon. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've watched some fucking nasty shit. I just did it in the privacy of my own home. I got a fucking evil side too. I'm not talking for me. I'm talking about just guys in general. Let's just be real. You've seen some nasty shit online. Let's be real.
Sure you sub to the channel. We're on the road to
You're not a good person. Let's stop it.
200,000 subscribers. Thank you very much. Also, please make sure you sub up to the second channel as well right here. Hey, hello. Currently, we're on the road to 30,000 subscribers. Channel's going to be in the description or pinned in the comment section below. So please make sure you go check that out. Thank you very much. Besides that situation, I seen a video of a dude who went to a Dollar General, you know, stroked it out on a woman in the dollar store.
Oh.
That went really, really viral. This doctor from Arkansas actually runs his own clinic, and he was caught naked inside of the office with his coworkers just chilling there. This is the face of a man caught in the act, you know, red-handed. He knows he's finished. And then the most recent thing that I saw was this. It was a man accused of crawling underneath cars to record women's feet at car washes. The dude was going under people's cars to see soapy women's feet and touch himself to that in public. I'm gonna play a clip for y'all to see the situation just to summarize it better than I could. But basically, this dude was going under women's cars, gooning to their soapy feet, and that was his thing.
Caught on surveillance on August 29th, Johnson faces charges of voyeurism and disorderly conduct. He was seen hiding under vehicles while the owners were distracted, an act he repeated with several women that day. He previously faced charges in Nebraska for related behavior and has admitted to a strong attraction to women's feet.
Soapy feet is just like,
What? First and foremost, shit ain't. It's not soapy at the vacuum place where all the cars go and park and you get to use the vacuum after you get the car washed. So the feet ain't even soapy like that. Bro just wanted to get close to some women's feet.
I don't even know how to react to that situation besides being in pure shock. Like, imagine being the woman in the situation, getting your car washed, and you see a dude next to you just chilling there, and you had no idea that he was just underneath your car watching your soapy feet. And the kicker was, he's not even like a homeless crackhead or anything like that who's just struggling out on drugs and mentally disabled or something where he has that type of excuse. This is the guy. He's like a 28-year-old Gen Z dude. Seems normal. Nothing you could really say that seems off about him other than the fact that he's just
Bro, this is a guy you'd walk by in the grocery store and think that he has like a sales job or some shit like that. He sells insurance or large electrical appliances. You know what I'm saying?
weird.
You don't think this nigga is rolling under women's cars while they're at the vacuum at the car wash and just jerking off to them under the car. That hot ass car too.
With the fact that people are glorifying the actions
The car is on.
of Nautica Malone and treating him like a hero, we're seeing a spike of almost 400% in public indecency events in New York City. And I'm seeing more and more cases of this going on within Gen Z. There's only one conclusion for me to make, and that is this is an issue, you know, with the younger generation. Another article I found said that people were going on about their daily lives when they discovered men making corn in public, saying it was for their OF. Dude, her neighbor came across a naked man in the gym of their apartment building in Hartford, Connecticut. What the heck are you doing? I was just doing something for my OF. The man said, pulling on his clothes, like as if that's completely normal, by the way. Like saying, oh, it's for my OF, it's just justifiable. It's for my OF, lady, it's for my OF, chill. She's gonna be like, oh, okay, you know, let's go away. It's just for the OF, you know. Daughters, you know, kids, everybody close your eyes. The man is just clearly working. He's hard at work. He's literally hard at work. Wow. It was absolutely disgusting. He had coconut oil out, okay? Good choice of oil right there. Healthy, natural. The suspect barreled into...
How you know what oils go good for that, bro? It's like, that was a good choice. That's what I would have reached for, the coconut oil. Has great viscosity.
her like a linebacker while fleeing the building. Police said they couldn't identify the man and closed the case. Oh, is this the guy?
Bro, what you doing?
What the are you doing?
I was just doing something for my
You're not allowed to do that in public areas in this building.
You've already done it with other
I was
people.
just doing it for my OnlyFans.
It's sexual assault,
Bro,
dude.
this is a public
This is not
building.
people who want to partake in your sexual activities. It's weird.
Yeah, he's finished.
This is, bro,
No,
it's like,
you sexually assaulted people in this building multiple times. It's
like,
not okay.
how can you think
He's a chronic SA'er?
Hey,
it's a Sunday, people trying to do their
I'm
laundry?
just doing it for my OnlyFans.
It's a Sunday. Don't people go to like church on
Wait, what the fuck?
Sundays, bro. This is what you doing?
Okay.
Yo, why the you think that is okay?
Wait, you said niggas is trying to do their laundry? Wait, well, I see weights. Isn't this a gym?
We are not.
Oh, yeah, it's a gym.
Yo,
Do you understand? An OnlyFans is not an excuse.
It's just my OnlyFans. It's just my only. Like, as if that's a legitimate excuse, bro. I'm glad
So bro was stroking it in the apartment gym.
they didn't just let this guy get out of here, bro. Public is a thing that's been long featured in risque videos, but having an audience who will pay for such content can encourage creators to go to extremes.
Who is buying this, by the way? Who's paying for that guy's OnlyFans? I thought it was only men that buy OnlyFans. Are there women subscribing to this shit? Nah, it's got to be gay guys or something like that. That's crazy.
So besides just people doing this in public for no reason, there's an uprising in OF creators who are doing, you know, public activities, which have been getting them caught because, duh, they're in freaking public, bro. Public indecency is against the law. Yup. Bro, I heard that with public indecency, even if you, like, get caught, like, peeing outside, for example, you can get put on an offenders list or something like that. Like, this stuff is not something to play with, bro. Incident report. He observed a thin black male walking naked along the football field while stimulating his and filming himself. Nice. Yeah. Another reason why not to be doing OF, I guess. Now that we talked about some of the situations that happen, I want to get into like why, because I'm curious what's going on in the younger generation psychology. I understand OF, for example, because you're getting paid, but for the people who aren't doing this, is it just because you want to live life on the edge? You just want to edge while you're on the edge, like literally edging on the edge? Now, I've been reading some articles, and basically what they're saying, to summarize, is that Gen Z, younger generations, are doing more freaky, risky activities that are seen as more dangerous, for example, like smacking and choking and beating and doing all these crazy, you know, chained up, tangled up, weird, freaky forms of intercourse, right? And I guess that's supposed to tie into the whole concept of public indecency, because people just want to do things that are on the edge. People want to do things that are, you know, risky because it makes things more interesting. Which, if you need to be doing all that to make things more interesting, the fact that corn or just, you know, regular smashing is not enough for you and you need to do these things in public shows that there's probably something fundamentally wrong with you in your brain. Maybe this is the effects of too much, you know, R-rated content in the media. Don't even get me started on that, because the way that the youth watches things that are borderline softcore pornography actually baffles me. And even, bro, Love Island. Like, people are all talking about Love Island, for example, right? Let's be honest. Is Love Island not just like softcore porn? I've seen so much like crazy clips of people like licking and touching and kissing and jerking and swinging around and body this and that. And it's like, just open up the hub. Just open up the hub and just put that on your phone, okay? And watch that.
Yeah, I haven't watched any Love Island. That ain't my vibe.
As a matter of fact, there was literally a police
But
officer
I hear a lot about it.
who was doing that while on the job and crashed into another person's car and ended up losing his job because he was watching corn on the job. That's how much this got integrated into society. And it's to the point where NSFW content and traditional media has freaking mixed together and created some like terrible concoction, terrible combination, bro. And maybe that has to do with the rotting of the young generation's mind when it comes to, you know, smashing or being freaky, and it's getting us to the point where we need to start doing crazier and crazier weird things to feel the thrill of it. But that's just what I've noticed based on the statistics and some of the things that I've seen online, the comment section, the way people talk about these instances, the way people react to these incidents. It has led me to believe that there has been a rise in public gooning, people finding the public gooning fun, good, or something to joke about. Do you think that there's been a rise in freaking public gooning incidents? I mean, I literally went and read a freaking statistic in the biggest city in America.
Yeah, well, shit, man. We're in a weird place. I don't know if, again, I think a lot of this is just more people are getting caught. It's getting harder to do things secretly. It's getting harder to do things in public and not get caught. There are cameras everywhere. And so I think there have been weirdos forever, man. I mean, dudes used to go to theaters to watch corn, bro, or porn. I guess we could say porn. That's fine. It's not TOS to say the word porn. Yeah, man. You know, they before they had digital porn and VHS and all that, you used to have to go to a theater. And that's how committed to the goon niggas have been throughout history. You're in a dark room with other guys, and y'all are just all just watching porn together. Jerking off, bro. Very gay. Very, very gay. I would imagine. Imagine dude elbow hit you while you're trying to get it. Hey, it's like fighting over the hand railings, like, or that armrest, like on an airplane. Ugh. Hey, man. One guy's right-handed, one guy's left-handed. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. But I'm just saying, bro, dudes have been weird forever. Dudes have been nasty forever. Yeah.